For Great Britain now, it really will be about establishing that middle 1,000. They got so close at the World Championships last year in Karapiro, New Zealand, home water. And this pair really do believe that they can overhaul Murray and Bond. So they're coming forwards. Great Britain away slowly compared to New Zealand, lane number 4. The Kiwis are out quick as they look to continue their impressive run of 12 consecutive wins over Great Britain in the men's heavyweight coxless pairs. There's New Zealand, the black strip, the world champions, powering out through the first 100 meters. In lane 1, when we're alongside Italy, Greece are in 2, Great Britain, the world silver medalists. They have trailed New Zealand now for the last 2 years in 3. New Zealand are in 4, Canada in 5, and Hungary are in lane number 6. Early race leaders up there in 1, the Italians.
Well, there, and the Canadians up there as well. The Canadians are very fast, high-rating crew. They'll be at 38 strokes a minute, and they'll stay at that all the way over the course. But they certainly, all 4 crews there, Italy, New Zealand, and the Canadians have taken a good, strong lead off Great Britain. Great Britain settling now into 36 strokes a minute.
Well, the crew that you're watching, the British crew of Peter Reid and Andy Hodge, just absolutely believe that they can beat New Zealand, and that's why they've been given another run through this year to really take them on. But right now, coming through towards the first timing mark, it is Canada closest to us, about 6 or so feet over Italy in lane number 1, and the world champions in the black strip sitting in 3rd position. Through the first timing mark, it's 500 down. It's Canada, New Zealand, that has Greece there, but it's actually Italy are in 3rd position there. And the British crew have got some work to do now if they've got to get back into the race, into that second 500. The important thing is, if you get a great start in that first 5, it gives you the confidence to step down into your rhythm. When you're lagging behind, you're coming into the rhythm, and you have to work up to get the speed here. So this is the sort of psychological difference as New Zealand start to pave the way through. They're taking the lead.
New Zealand, they did that in about 20 strokes. They have such flexibility, New Zealand. They saw there was a danger from Canada, who really were moving very fast, Scott Franson in the stroke seat, but then they just pushed on, and look at that. Very, very quickly, they've gone right the way through, and they've taken the lead from Italy on the top, at the top of the picture there. Remember that Italy were at Henley last week, and Great Britain beat Italy at Henley. But Great Britain sitting back in the field, and they're not going to catch these New Zealanders.
Very, very hard to see now what they're going to do as they come towards the halfway mark here. First time since Karapiro these 2 crews have come up against each other. So it's all about making a big, big statement. And Eric Murray and Hamish Bond here just laying it down. So we are continue to be the world champions. You have got to do an awful lot, Great Britain, if you're going to overhaul us. Looking at Canada, Calder and Franson, silver medalists in this event in Beijing in 2008. Well, it's just been absolutely incredible. Who would have thought, coming through the 1,000-meter mark in this final at Lucerne, the men's heavyweight coxless pair, that New Zealand would have just walked away from Great Britain, who are now languishing right back there in 5th position, and they are struggling to find any kind of speed, any kind of rhythm that is just going to put them on pace with those crews around them, much less the New Zealand crew, who are leading and just enjoying this now here. Well, Hamish Bond to the left, and you've got Eric Murray on your right.
They are sitting there now a street ahead of everybody else. They've just cut right through the field, and look how far they are now against Great Britain. There's no coming back for Great Britain. They thought that they'd improved, they thought they'd moved on, but the flow and the ease of stroke from New Zealand, who are still moving away here, they've just cut right away from Canada. Five lengths now ahead of Great Britain. They flow, they move, they're up at 37 strokes a minute. High rating, but they just flow easily, they let their boat run, and they've got a lot of flexibility in there as well, so they can just turn it on if they need to when they're under more pressure.
Pete Reid, Pete Reid and Andy Hodge sat down with Jürgen Grobler after last year's World Championships, where they got the closest by about a couple of feet to New Zealand in that final, and they said, we really do believe another winter, another season, and we will catch them. Well, Jürgen Grobler, who'll be watching this from the side here around the 1,000-meter mark, will have to be really thinking about recalculating his ambitions going forward for this crew.
Well, Gary, he can see that he's not going to win a gold medal at the Olympics in this boat. Will he stay together with this combination through to the Bled Championships in 7 weeks' time? Who knows?
The last 500 meters of this final of the men's heavyweight coxless pairs, and New Zealand now are just strolling away. They've really got the grip of this race in the first 3 or 4 strokes, got out quickly, got into their rhythm, they whipped it along, and Great Britain really struggled in lane number 3 here. Well, we thought that New Zealand would win. What we didn't think was by the impressive lead that they have established right now. And they're just enjoying this paddle. They can enjoy the crowd as they come up towards the last 250 meters.
Yeah, they're 38 strokes a minute and cruising, and they are unstoppable. And what will be in their mind? Shall we try and bury the competition from Great Britain right now, and let's see how much we can beat them by, or shall we tantalize them and stay a little bit closer in touch? Here, this is domination. This is complete domination.
So Great Britain now are in a race. There they are, Peter Reid and Andy Hodge. Reid from Leander, Hodge from Molesey Boat Club. They're racing for the silver medal, and they're racing against a very impressive Canadian crew. The last time this Canadian crew got together, Calder and Franson, they won the silver medal in Beijing at the Olympic Games. And this is the quality now in this field. The Canadians now just shorting up slightly. Little look right there from Calder here. The sprint is on. Surely they can't hold Great Britain, who are the current world silver medalists, but out front, coming up to the line here, looking long and impressive. They continue to dominate this event. They continue to dominate Great Britain. It's 13 wins in a row now for New Zealand over Great Britain, who are, it has to be said, just limping over the line into the silver medal position, and Canada get the bronze.
Well, that's pretty conclusive. I mean, that's the first meeting they've had this year, New Zealand and Great Britain, and New Zealand